Never sleep. It never sleep. It's Cowboy Nation. Turn me up. Hey. Oh. Let's go. It's Friday. Oh, we got a jam-packed show for you all. We do. Come on. You tell them ain't no party like a cowboy party. Let's grind. Let's go. Come on. Mama. There go that man again, right? Yeah. Let's go, baby. DC for life. One way or another. Let's continue to grind and shine. Turn me up. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to you, Kelly. Kelly, with the $10 donation to help elevate this thing. And we just warming up, baby. Shout out to everybody that was out there at the start in Frisco. Much love to you guys. The HBO, the SGs, the security guard that let me in. Shout out to you. Come on. Shout out to Dana too, the lovely Dana. Appreciate you. I hope all is well. Yeah, come on. Come on, baby. Yeah. Come on. Let's grind. Let's go. I beat that time, didn't I? Come on. Come on. What's up? Ooh, it just does something to the soul, right? It does something to us. It's the nation, baby. Oh yeah. For those who are watching for your very first time, my name is Law Nation, LAW Nation, and we talk Cowboys, sports talk, football, and beyond. Shout out to my dog, Boss Cowboy, as well as Skywalker Steele from A to Z, Dallas. Appreciate him. We had a great time. Shout out to Jaylon, too. Jaylon, you know who you are. Not the Smith, but the other Jaylon. You know who you are. I'm going to call you the anonymous Jaylon, right? We had a great time at practice earlier today. Wonderful time. And it was bright and early in the morning. And we just had a wonderful time hanging out with Cowboy fans and beyond. Shout out to everybody who walked up and said, "Hey, Law, what's up, man? I follow the channel. Can you sign my hat? Can you sign my my kids' slinky and all that stuff, man?" It was wonderful, man. And that's a good feeling to know that, you know, we got people from all ranges that watch this content. Shout out to Cowboys Nation on Facebook. He was there live like 95, and appreciate him. We cross numbers, so we'll be working together as well in the future. And shout out to the D Game Day. We're going to have a lot of things that's working out all together with another sponsorship that's going to be rocking the house with us this year. Unbelievable. So if you're rocking with the nation now, just let people know, man, I'm rocking with the nation, because it's going to get bigger and better from here. I ain't lying. It's going to get bigger. We got some plans, and there are some plans that's in the wood works right now that's coming through, and it's just unbelievable. Sometimes I pinch myself and say, hey, man, is this real? Is this real? You know? Lyo Collins was out there today, right? Let me find my my groove. Here we go. Come on, Power. There you go. Lyo Collins was back out there today, by the way. By the way, Lyo Collins was back out there today, and I believe that the Cowboys are looking at this like, man, they just try to get to September the 9th. That's what they saying. They're trying to get to September. They ain't trying to play around with it right now. They're just trying to get to September. Adrian Bonds, appreciate you. Jaylon Smith to the special team. Hey, that's where they got him at. That's where he got to be at. Todd C, appreciate you, man. Long supporter, man. Appreciate you. He says, Law, squash that talk about McGovern being traded. Yeah, we need to squash that one. Because we can't play around with this on this front five. What that song with the boys was saying, I'm dependent on you to tell me the truth, was when Papa was a Rolling Stone. They was asking their mama for that. Mama, I'm depending on you to tell me the truth. We depending on the truth. Yeah. Boy, appreciate you, Jay Versick. We need the truth out here. We don't need the fake stuff. The thing is, we are not in liberty, or we're not in a situation. Let the AI speak.
Supla, are you worried about Doc not actually having any game reps, that he would force throws into bad coverages?
Ooh, that's a good one, Jay Versick. We're going to put a pin on that one. We're going to put a pin on that one for right now. But I really appreciate you. Ooh. That's going to be the next conversational piece that we're going to talk about. But believe it or not, we need to make sure that we got this foundation secured. The foundation is the front five. The center touches the ball 100% of the time. Let me repeat. The center touches the ball 100% of the time. There's no football game that ever been played in the history of football without the center. You got to make sure that your foundation is great. So this is the situation. When they start talking about, hey, let's sprinkle some trade ideas to Connor McGovern, unless you're getting a king's ransom, and I doubt it, you don't need to entertain that. Why, Law? Why? Why, Law? Why?
Entertained? Are you not entertained?
We don't need to entertain that. And here's the reason why. Last season, Tyron Smith, he went down. Last season, Lyo Collins, he didn't get a chance to perform. Oh, by the way, Zach Martin, he went down. Oh, excuse me? Didn't Tyler Biadasz had his hamstrings all snapped up and stuff like that? That's 4 out of 5 offensive linemen nicked or knacked. And I ain't talking about paddywhack, give your dog a bone. I ain't talking about giving your dog a bone. No. So the situation is with this Cowboy Nation is that they really gonna have to be secured with this offensive line, and they gotta usher in some guys that got some grit into their grind action on their mind. The biggest disappointment to me, Cowboy Nation, out of this draft, Josh Ball being hurt. Because now we look at it like, man, we need Josh Ball out there instead of a Todd Nasucky, right? We know what we're going to get out of that guy. He got those bad knees, man. He got the Patrick Ewings going on. Y'all remember Patrick? Toward the latter part of his career, them knees bad, bro. I don't want him out there trying to protect number 4. Now, let's go back to my dog over here, Jay Versick, questioning there. AI, can you speak it up? Let me hear you.
Supla, are you worried about Doc not actually having any game reps, that he would force throws into bad coverages?
Here's the situation. She's on command now. She got her virtual coffee, baby. Yeah. I think the Cowboys are being coy for a reason. Remember last season? Remember that that coach, Mike McCarthy, didn't want any footages of the Cowboys, no blue and white, no names on the back of the jerseys, for crying out loud. It may be something similar to that with the, hey, we're going to be coy with Dak Prescott. Because I got some footages from today. Him throwing a deep pass, intermediate pass, a pass with a little zip. And what you want to do, since he didn't have no helmet on, or even if he had the little helmet on, pay attention to the face. You know, you can't sit back and launch a ball and you got something that's torn or hurt with a type of face. You know, you're gonna make that ugly face like, you're gonna squeeze that ugly face out when you throw, because you trying to muster back that pain. Unless he got some unbelievable pain, Madison, he's throwing the ball. They got him on a pitch count. But I guarantee you, those balls that need to be thrown with high velocity, with high speed rate and high spin to it, torque or whatever you want to call it, he did that jump outside. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, that's just how it goes, Cowboy Nation. So we was all out there. Then we said, hey, where for? Scott said, hey, man, I'm kind of worried about for. He ain't out there. And then Boss Cowboy like, hey, where for? You know. And then he reached out to his resources. Dak Prescott outside throwing the ball, where no eyeballs are at, no camera. Yeah. Johnny, what'd you say? No heads up, law. No. Shout out to you, Cal. What Johnny saying? I drink my Kool-Aid with thick water. What is thick water, man? You know, what is thick water? Educate me. What's thick water? You know. I know Texas got hard water. Gosh, you got to have a whole water system out here in Texas. Get that water. I don't know where Texas get that water from. It's so hard, boy. Where I'm at, you know, it's hard water. Shoot, I almost got to boil water just to take showers and baths, you know. So that's what you're saying, John, you make your Kool-Aid with hard water? That thick water. Thickly. All right, so let's listen to, not for me talking, you know. Let's listen to, let's see, what's the first one I got queued up? John Stephen Jones. Let's listen to John. Yeah. I can't tell people where I stay at, Drew. They be knocking on the door. Law Nation. What's up, baby? Hold on. Hey, boss, man, I'm live like 95, but you on speakerphone, man. What's good?
Law, can you explain the difference between a DB getting beat and a DB getting burned?
Oh, hold on right quick. Hold on. Got a donation, man. I got to pause it right quick. Hold on right quick.
Our quest for number 6 begins with a road win at TB.
Hold on. I can't hear a word you're saying. Nah, I can hear you. What'd you say, bro? I got you on speakerphone now.
Okay, when do I need to call you back? I got a big deal I gotta tell you, bro. It's
is it juicy, man? Is it Lizzo big or Luther when he was big?
Shit, it's well big.
That was well big. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna text you when I get off. Then I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna do that.
Okay, cool.
Appreciate you. Salute.
Ain't no problem. All right.
Yeah. Appreciate you, Banks. What's up, man? Oh my goodness, let me plug this in. He got some good news. We've been hitting the streets over there, and we gonna get right at it. So he's saying that it's well big. It's bigger than Lizzo and Big Luther. Shout out to Big Luther though. Let's go right here. What I miss? Okay, appreciate y'all, man. That's how we build a plane while it's in the air. Banks says, Law, can you explain the difference between a DB getting beat and a DB getting burnt? That's a good one. That's a real good one, Banks. Best way I can say this, I've never seen Byron Jones get burnt. I've seen Byron Jones get beat. Getting burnt is what you've seen out of Anthony Brown, Jordan Lewis. Pay attention to the Arizona game last season. When you see Kenyon Drake and Christian Kirk, miles of separation. The key is, as a defensive back, you're going to get beat. You're going to get beat. There's no way around it. Ain't no way around it. You're going to get beat. That's the reality of it. And when you think of it, even Prime, there's a game out there that Michael Irvin made him his baby when he was playing for the Atlanta Falcons. Prime got beat so bad that he was flipping tables over in these sorts of things. Prime was always with him now. Let's not get it twisted. Not like he got burnt. But Prime got beat multiple times by the playmaker, 88, and he laid it straight on him. And then on one of the plays, it was a run by Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith dropped that head on him and ran over him one time. And they call him Neon Dion. It's the YouTube clip that's out there if you guys need for any clarifications on that. But that's the difference between getting beat versus getting burned. And I really appreciate you, Banks, man. Really, really do. The lunatic. Our quest for number 6. I like how you put that. It messed me up for a second. Our quest for 6 begins with a road win against Tampa Bay. Yeah. You flat out right with that one. Yeah. Shout out to you, Don. Appreciate all of you guys for jumping in. All right, so Randy Moss burnt Prime. I got to go back and watch that one. Did he burnt him? Because I never seen Byron Jones get burnt like that. But if you're saying that Prime got burnt, I have to go watch it. D1, Kellum, appreciate you. Find that YouTube clip and text it to me at 682-214-4087 when Prime got burnt. Just text it to me. I seen Prime get beat, but I ain't really seen him get burnt before. Now, I could be wrong, but text that. If y'all got the highlights of it, 682-214-4087 is my contact. Text it to me. Appreciate you, Harold Jones on Dak assessment. Yeah. Let's listen to Jeff. Jeff said he had turf toe. Yeah, then maybe he did at that time. Let's listen to this.
We're about to have to incarcerate him, I think. He's so ready to go.
I guess first question, how bad does Dak want to play right now? Has he accepted it, or is he still blowing you guys up?
No, we're about to have to incarcerate him, I think. He's so ready to go. In his mind, he's ready to roll. So, like we said, we got to almost protect him from himself, but in a good way. I mean, he's just such a fiery competitor and so wants to be out there working. And I'm sure you saw bits and pieces of it. Get the feel for it off Hard Knocks, but he's he wants to be out there and working like that. But he'll be just fine. As we said, just do it our way, and this thing's gonna work out perfect.
Well, Steven. All right. So, are you guys able to hear that? And shout out to 105.3 The Fan, Jeff Cav, as well as Brian Broadus on the ones and twos over here. Are you guys able to hear John Stephen Jones talk about Dak Prescott wanting to get out there, and the staffing and the coaching staff is just kind of like holding him back?
As we both know, Todd Archer is a troublemaker, and he's out here stirring it up this morning. He tweeted out, teams are eyeing a move for Connor McGovern in a potential trade, but the Cowboys would be reluctant to deal him. Do we have any deets on that? Is the phone's ringing?
Well, as we all know, and as we saw last year, just because you might have your starting five, which certainly hadn't ruled Connor McGovern out starting. He's still competing his ass off. But, man, you got to have 7 or 8 of these guys to make it through a season. So I find it really hard to see us wanting to do anything that would hurt us in that area right there.
That seals the deal right there, right? That's the interview with John Stephen Jones. Old boy says, Drew P said, man, John Stephen, that's his first name. Ever since I was calling Jerry Wayne Jones, I had to say, let me see what Stephen Jones' middle name is. And it just so happened that Stephen goes by his middle name, Stephen Jones, but his first name is John.
Stephen, do you feel like that the draft gods did you a favor by dropping Parsons in your lap?
We do. I mean, we just see it every day out there, and I'm sure, those of you who get to be out at practice and see parts of it can feel it too. I mean, this guy's just a ball hawk. He's around it. He brings a lot of multiple things that he can do to make our defense better, whether it's rushing, whether it's dropping, or whether it's just sideline to sideline with his rare speed.
Right.
I just think we've got us a football player that's going to make a big, big difference on our defense this year.
How much better do you think it's going to be?
Well, I don't see any reason why it can't be, a top half of the league. And where that falls in the top half, that's yet to be seen. But, as I've said all along, I think it starts with our coordinator who's, really brought a lot to the table in terms of, his energy, his communication skills. It's made its way through the assistant coaches down to the players in terms of how they communicate with one another as coaches and players, and then player to player on the field. The communication's outstanding. Love the scheme. The players are playing fast. It feels like they know what they're doing. And, people say, how can you expect to go from, one of the lower defenses in the league to top half again? I said the same reason we went so quickly to the top half of the league.
Hello, you still there? Hello?
Personnel, we've invested in the off season, in the personnel, whether it was free agency or the draft, and I feel like they're coached up and ready to play fast and make plays.
Now, Stephen, you mentioned McGovern still fighting to try to be a starter on this team. How many other positions on this team still have that going on when there is a battle? The name I think of is Maurice Kennedy and Jordan Lewis, with Kennedy making plays every day out there. How many guys are realistically still fighting for a starting job?
Well, it's been one of the more competitive camps we've had. I mean, you mentioned linebacker. I mean, we got 4 really good linebackers, with a lot of them having different skill sets. But, when you talk about Micah and Neil, and then, of course, Leighton and Jaylon, there as you're especially you're starting it off in the rundowns, but it's just a really competitive group there. I think the safety group's getting really competitive. I mean, you got Curse, and now Hooker's on the scene. DT does everything the right way, and they're all pushing Kazee and Donovan. So it's I think it's a real competitive group. The young guy is making plays back there. So, that's a very competitive group. And then, you've got our corners, our young corners are pushing AB and, to hold on to his spot. Obviously, Diggs is entrenched. But, it's a competitive camp for us.
Stephen,
all right, so at practice today, they rolled out Diggs, AB. Those are your outside corners. And guess what? He talking glowingly of Maurice Kennedy, but it wasn't him. Shout out to you, Nick, man. Appreciate you for the $5, man. I really appreciate you for that. Thank you so much, man. Get back to work now. I don't want you to lose out on your job. So appreciate you. They rolled out Jordan Lewis. Yeah. And what we see majority of the time is Curse is in as their strong safety before DT, who is Darian Thompson. So it seems as if, though, Curse has solidified that role as the strong safety, but like he just mentioned, that that DT is doing everything the right way. So don't be upset, Cowboy Nation, when you see Maurice Kennedy on the sideline just watching and you seeing Jordan Lewis out there opposed to him. Don't be upset. And don't be upset when you see Anthony Brown out there as the starting other corner opposed to, anybody else that they had in that rotation. Let me just rewind just a little bit more, and I appreciate y'all patience.
On the scene, DT does everything the right way.
Let me go all the way back.
And they're all talking about Micah and Neil, and then, of course, Leighton and Jaylon. There as you're especially you're starting it off in the rundowns. But, it's just a really competitive group there. I think the safety group's getting really competitive. I mean, you got Curse, and now Hooker's on the scene. DT does everything the right way, and they're all pushing Kazee and Donovan. So it's I think it's a real competitive group. The young guy is making plays back there. So, that's a very competitive group. And then, you've got our corners, our young corners are pushing AB and, to hold on to his spot. Obviously, Diggs is entrenched. But, it's a competitive camp for us.
Steven, when Jeff and I were evaluating the draft that Hooker came out of, I felt like he was one of the top defensive players in the draft at that time. Indianapolis grabs him. Was he one of those guys? I'm not going to ask where he sat on your board, but is the reason why you guys have kind of stayed after this so long is that you had some really good positive reports and thoughts about him?
Absolutely, Ryan. I mean, we had him right there where everybody else had him, top 10 type defensive player and a playmaker. And, he's just been unfortunate. He's had a lot of injuries and, in his career, and he's coming off an Achilles, and, they've held him back some. But, we certainly see what made us like him coming out in practice. Now that he's working back into practice, if we're going to he's going to get some good work in the game, tomorrow against the Texans, and then even more work, hopefully, against the Jaguars, and, feel good about him.
Stephen, there was a report yesterday Jaylon Smith is going to be transitioning to a role which includes special teams, which would be more of a backup role. Can you confirm that at this time?
No, not at all. They're all competing there. Between George Edwards and Dan, they're communicating with all four of those guys, and they feel about what their roles are going to be, and they're very comfortable with what that is. But no way would I confirm that's accurate at all.
Okay. Are you guys looking at backup quarterback going into these final two games? Is that role for Gilbert or another player essentially on the line in these games?
Well, I think Gilbert and Cooper got to continue to work, and they're fighting for that number 2 spot. And obviously Gilbert's got a little advantage there, but they're obviously working to hold on to that role there. But as I've said time and time again, player acquisitions 365 days a year. We're always looking to get better, and they're not only competing against each other, but they're competing against other people in the NFL, just as people at other positions on our football team are doing the same thing.
All right, I know you got a busy afternoon, but I do have one more question for you, Stephen. I saw that Terrell Owens said somebody in the NFL told him to stay in shape. That wasn't you guys, was it?
I think you can look at our receiving core and see that we're feeling pretty good about our group.
Don't need a veteran 4th or 7th guy. You guys are loaded in there.
I think we like our group, and we like the group behind our top 3. There's a lot of reasons to feel good about, our 6 or 7 guys we have over there.
Stephen, are you aware of the existence of the Governor's Cup? That's what we're playing for this weekend, is the Governor's Cup. So I'm looking for a W here.
Well, we are too. We always want to win the game, and certainly we're going to go out there and get better, and hopefully we can take that Governor's Cup home with us.
There we go.
There we go. That's a good one right there, man.
I guess first.
That was a good one. Hey, Miss Piggy, get back. Get out the way, Piggy. That was a real good one, Cowboy Nation. I must admit, we wasn't 1,000% ready for all of the things that he sped out to us. But one thing I can tell you, backup quarterbacks, the Cowboys bringing in anything that with some hot flame sauce to it, not happening, Captain. he didn't even mention DiNucci's name, right? He didn't even bring up DiNucci. He just, oh, Kevin, you thought the same thing I just thought. He didn't even mention DiNucci. DiNucci got him a good touchdown today, although it was just fluff practice. There was nobody really competing and going through 4 drills because they got a game tomorrow. And it's hard to pick out who was really, doing this and doing that today. But DiNucci got him one. And Cooper Rush and Gilbert, they are still doing the classic, I'm going to hold on to the ball forever in life. Even on 707, I said, man, you got to get that ball out. You got to get it out. They would just hold on to the ball. Like, what are they looking for? And Garrett Gilbert in practice, he'll go deep at times in the middle of the field. You'll sit there and say, okay, show me that in the game, right? Do it in the game, man. You just scared, man. Scared. For some reason, he's scared. But it's a situation, a scenario that I believe is Dak Prescott or bust at the end of the day. Dak Prescott or bust. That's just how it goes. And unfortunately, that is the situation and scenario. Let's see. We got a quick report right here from those boys from 105.3 The Fan. But what I would like to do to show some love and adulations to them is for those who want to listen to the entire interview without me stopping in these sorts, click there. It's in the description box. Shout out to you, Coach. What you got here? You did that homework. Laugh out loud. Great show. Shout out to you, Mar. Appreciate you, Coach. Thank you so much for jumping in with that. So let's listen in to not this one, but this one right here. Let's listen to practice report from their
we had a texter call in or text in about Dak not throwing. When the beginning of practice is called pat and go. When you pat the ball and then throw like a go route and stuff. So Dak was not taking part of that. They went to team period, and like the texter said, he went off the field. So it kind of looked alarming because he's running off the field. 2 things that come to mind is he has to go to the restroom quickly. That's one of the things. And then he's going to meet Britt Brown on the other field, on the grass field. Britt wasn't doing his cord stuff on the actual indoor field, so he was running to go do his work outside. So I wouldn't look at that as any problems at all right there. But he was not throwing the pat and go, and the go, like I said, is down the field, those down the field type throws. So we'll see.
It's not a rip though, is it? It's more of a loop.
It's a lob.
Yeah,
it's a lob, but it's like a 40-yard lob.
Oh, it's a pretty heavy throw.
You have to kind of turn it a little bit to get it to go. So it was a practice that you would have typically before you would play a game. A lot of what we call cards or scout team, and when I mean cards is they're showing the actual formation of the defense of the Texans. And then you run a play, so it's a show team, scout team, and they were doing that in general to maybe something you would pay attention to here. Quite a bit of this was down in the red zone.
Yeah.
So maybe we've seen problems. We've seen problems with Gilbert gets down there. They don't have a. Do they have a? Yeah. Then he panics. He gets sacked, and then field goal time for the Cowboys. But there was an extended period I felt where they were working on some plays, some ideas, and a couple different things I thought was pretty interesting.
Let me tell y'all something. Whatever they worked on, and I sat there and saw the whole entire thing, they're gonna have to still continue to work on it. That holding on to the ball, that mental clock of getting the ball out within 3 seconds. Come on. It was like literally no rush, and Gilbert is still doing the exact same thing, holding on to it for 4 to 5 seconds. It was at one point that they had rolled DiNucci out there, and he's holding on to the ball so long, he decides, like, this is like unrealistic, for real, unrealistic. He holds on to the ball for so long that he try to run to the edge. And they already like, hey, man, we already tap you, dog, So these guys got to understand that when you are in the end zone or the red zone, money zone, 1, 2, 3, practice. Maybe this is what they should do. And I'm not a offensive coordinator. I come from a defensive mindset, so I'm looking at it like, hey, we trying to get to the quarterback and make him pay. These guys got to establish their go-to target. They can't have multiple guys that they stare down. They can't have multiple reads. Establish one guy that you are favored to throw the ball to and snap down, or basically, wide 80. You get the ball and you throw the ball to that, regardless of the situation, whatever play that's ran, you just have that one go-to play, because I'm seeing the same issue with Cooper Rush and Garrett Gilbert. That play would never work. It would never work in the red zone. I'm talking about unrealistic, like 5 or 6 seconds. It's just too long of a play. And I'm sitting there, and I have to show you guys the tape so you guys can understand what I'm talking about. Long developing plays that's in the red zone. That stuff, you got to have a pre-planned play to say, okay, we're in the red zone, fade ball. We're in the red zone. We're going to throw it right up the seam to the tight end. We're going to make sure that we get this ball out quickly. And if it's picked off, if it's interception, hell, I'm the backup quarterback anyhow.
The bunch formation stuff, movement, crossing, stuff like that. Things
easy now.
I didn't say
go too far.
I didn't say how they were doing it, but there was. Put it this way.
Some stuff.
Put it this way. If they're doing stuff, if they get in the red zone tomorrow, they've got a plan for how to attack the Texans. I believe.
Okay.
I believe.
See, Governor's Cup. They're getting ready for it.
They got to get ready for the Governor's Cup.
Yeah.
So
on the line.
Keep an eye on that. Okay, on that defensive side of the ball, though. On the defensive side of the ball, they got in base one time, okay? Yeah. And their base linebackers, it is Parsons, Smith, and Van Der Esch. One time.
Smith and Van Der Esch.
The rest of the time, they got into a situation where it was 3rd and 6.
Parsons and Neal.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. I think that's what's. Are we getting to the point now, Jeff, where you feel like that's they're going to get in nickel, they're going to play a lot of nickel, and it's going to be 11 and 42 on the field the whole time?
Yeah, and if you care about people's feelings, then you can open a game on 1st and 10 when a lot of teams will run the ball, and you could say that Jaylon and or Van Der Esch was starting, but what matters is who plays most of the plays, and Parsons and Neal, I think, are going to play most of the plays.
That is an absolute fact from Jeff. Absolute facts, but I don't know how you can cover so many people's feelings as it relates to Jordan Lewis and Maurice Kennedy. I don't know how they're gonna do that part of it. If I'm a betting man, and I don't bet that much, I just believe that they're gonna roll out with what I was able to see. But if you see 3-1 out there, I'm not afraid to say, hey, I'm wrong, dog. I'm wrong. But they rolling out hip pocket Lewis, right? And Anthony Brown going to get a lot of playing time.
Yeah, I do too. I think, and then they got into another situational part of practice. Actually, Lawrence got some work in this.
Yeah, he did play.
So they had Gregory at right end. They had Odighizuwa at the 3, and they had Watkins at the 1.
That's your D-line.
And with Lawrence playing as the left defensive end. So that's something to keep an eye on. You're not going to get Lawrence in the game tomorrow, but I have a feeling that could be your starting defensive line when we get to Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
We could talk about Brett Urban maybe at that 1. I don't know. I think Watkins is going to be the 1. I just do.
Good options. Veteran, legit options.
Yeah, they do. And, it would be a lot better if it was, it would be a lot better if it was
Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne and Leonard Williams
sure.
and Vita Vea.
Yeah, sure.
Let's go.
But yeah, I think that if, the one that they're going to have to really hang their hat on is Odighizuwa. I mean, he's going to have to make some plays at the 3. He's going to have to. He's going to have to be disruptive, and he's going to have to be able to get off blocks and not jump off sides and play with some patience and stuff. I think the guy's capable of doing it. Played a lot of snaps at UCLA, so hopefully that he can be one of those rookie starters that they're going to rely on this year, and hopefully it plays well for them.
And that was the end of that clip there, Cowboy Nation. He is 100% right on Osa. You know, it's Osa or I haven't seen at all Tristan Hill, of course. We haven't seen him out there, so I don't know what's going on with his recovery aspect of it. And outside of that, man, we are paper thin at that spot. And, you know, the Cowboys, they're going to be stubborn to a default as it relates to going out there and picking in or bringing in a veteran to help out with those responsibilities. Now, Austin Falayu, he's number 58, the Polynesian Warrior. He's one of those guys that you can say, okay, yeah, when he's in the game, but he's so light body, he get thrown out of the club every time I look at him. So it's going to be a developmental type of situation for him. Now, Carlos Watkins, he gave us a little bit more splash than number 95 right now. So it's a situation whereas we're going to sit back and wait to see how all of that stuff progress. But I believe that the rotation will be Osa mixed in with, like what he just said, Carlos Watkins, and then you slide in number 95. And then from there, you go with your big bodies like the in run formation. You go with Justin Hamilton and Big Bo. But they've been giving Osa a lot of snaps, a lot of reps, and a lot of mental reps. So he should be ready, man. He should be ready. QBO says say goodbye to AB or JL. I just don't know, man. And this team, we'll have to, it's just like a good old wait and see, man. I'm not going to be a Debbie Downer or anything like that, but on this defense, their front, with the absence of one of your guys, number 96, Gallimore, it seems as if, though, it's a little, I don't know that much about that interior. But the edge, I think, is pretty good. Bradley Anai plays with a chip on his shoulder, and you see Rondell Carter, when his number is called, he plays with a chip on his shoulder. And 93 is still trying to recover from what I can see so far. But outside of that defensive front, if Randy Gregory and D-Law hold down the fort for a couple of weeks until the interior get ready, then we on to something. But I believe in order for us to really stop this run, we got to be put in a situation where it's our offense. Hear me out. Offense got to make some stuff happen too, score early and often. And then on top of that, we got to play with the lead. It's still looking like that from my observation. Todd C. said, haven't heard or seen much from Urban. Yeah, I'm out there. I'm watching it. I just didn't get a chance to see a lot from him. Hopefully down the line that they just putting him on a pitch count and we find that out like, oh, that's what was going on with you. But I just still feel that he's a solid pick for as a veteran guy. And I just think what we need to do is, I think after this preseason game, there will be another wave of cuts that we need to cipher through all of those cuts and bring in somebody for a cup of coffee and just bring them in. Williams, yeah, the Eagles got smoked last night. Yeah, the Eagles, they got a ton of issues. They got a young head coach, and it seems as if though the prison is running the asylum over there, or the inmates, or however they're saying is going. There's no discipline aspect as it relates to their DBs, and it's just looking bad for them right now. So hopefully they can continue to keep that energy going for a long time, right? But none of their guys are willing tacklers too. You know, I sit there and watched that game last night. I said, these guys, how are they going to meet somebody standing straight up? You know, you got to get down and hit something, you know. 99 and 98, this is from Coach Marv, are not going hurt you as much as you think, Lo. Not number 99 and 98 not going to hurt you as much as you think. That's what you're saying? Not playing in the game? Yeah. I feel you, Coach. I think we got another one from let me share this one right quick for those who want to listen to it completely without any stoppage. Right, here we go. Bam, here we go. Y'all check in 105.3 The Fan, and be sure to like their YouTube page as well. This is from my guy Kevin Gray.
Gets ready to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Thursday Night Football as the Cowboys get ready to take on the defending champs. This is the Gray Area right here on 105.3 The Fan. Of course, my name is Kevin Gray. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Kevin Gray Sports. Be sure to hit that subscribe button for 105.3 The Fan here on YouTube. And, of course, we are your undisputed home of Dallas Cowboys football and Texas Rangers baseball. You can find me on the weekends with my partner, the two-time Hall of Famer, Chris Arnold. Quote, he'll definitely be involved in some form of practice more than this week, but to stand here and tell you he'd be full go and take all the reps, I'm not there yet, end quote. That is head coach Mike McCarthy when talking about Dak Prescott and his ability to be available for more and more practice time as number 4 gets ready to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Thursday, September 9th in the opening game of the 2021 NFL season. Quote, the biggest season ever in the National Football League. Of course, Dak Prescott's been dealing with a right shoulder strain throughout the duration of training camp. He was shut down on July 28th for a couple of weeks. You saw on Hard Knocks how much he is fiending to get back onto the football field. Quote, I've sat enough. I'm tired of sitting down. All the things that you've seen. Dak Prescott's ultimate frustration by not being able to participate the way that he has wanted to throughout camp. And the Cowboys have really had to save him from himself to ensure that they are slow playing this to get him ready to ultimately take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What's interesting about Prescott and his dilemma here, and for the Cowboys specifically,
facts to Mark, man, he's in the chat. Latissimus is not a shoulder. And I think that they say shoulder, just a better way to say it. Of course, latissimus is more of the back area and is connected to the shoulder. And you know how that thing goes. And like I said, we have not got a chance to see him throw a 9 route. Just throw one real deep. But we did see him throw those short and intermediate passes and some few lob balls. And with no facial strain, like, and I seen him put a ball with some velocity on it too. So with a little zip. So it's a muscle. Yeah, it's a muscle. This is what Mark said. Yeah, it's a muscle. So this will be the Cowboys playing coy with us now. The thing is, like right now it's 5 o'clock, like we're going on 6 o'clock right now, right? He may be throwing the rock now to his receivers. They might be doing that type of stuff. They might have those hitting sessions where they make sure that nobody's around and he's throwing that rock. I'm quite sure that Mike McCarthy is being coy with it just like that. I think that's what's going on. Because when you got the type of mindset that Dak Prescott possesses, you know what I'm saying? You ain't finna be just sitting here like, yeah, if it's something bad, you'll see it on the countenance on his face. You'll see it. You'll see the grimace. You'll see man, I'm peed off. I'm trying to keep it PG-13. I'm mad. I'm upset, that I'm not out here. You don't see none of that. You don't see the body language of being off, knowing that you got this injury that's not going to heal anytime soon.
Is that regardless of how healthy Prescott was going into the game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Cowboys aren't favored to win the game. And what's natural to think, even with his injury, is that he was going to struggle against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers anyway, given how good this Bucs defense is.
They good.
With the likes of Antoine Winfield, JPP, Shaq Barrett, Levante David, whoever you want to name on this Tampa Bay Buccaneer defense led by Todd Bowles as their defensive coordinator, that Prescott could be potentially struggling against them anyway, especially with no real playing time during this preseason. Now, I'm one to also believe it's okay that Prescott's not going to play in this preseason. There's no reason to have him throwing in meaningless games, especially when your season is hinging on Ford's ability to stay healthy throughout the duration of this 17-game year. So anything that you can do if you're the Cowboys to ensure that he is ready by the time you get to Thursday, September 9th, that's exactly what you should do. I do also understand on the other side of the coin that you want to see Prescott be able to knock some of that rust off. He will not have seen game action by the time you get to September 9th for nearly a year after suffering that devastating ankle injury against the New York Football Giants. So you want to see him knock off some of that rust, take a couple of hits, be able to shake some of that off, and now know that he is fully ready to take on the full load going into the Tampa Bay game on the road. So there's two schools of thought there. But for the Cowboys, Mike McCarthy, this is where McCarthy has to continue and, more importantly, consistently demonstrate his leadership of this football team and ensure that he is in full control of what's going on here, because his job rides on the idea that 4 is healthy throughout this season. Because as much as Mike McCarthy will not be on the hot seat in the eyes of Jerry and Stephen Jones in this Cowboys organization, you and I may think that it might be a little bit different. Now, I don't necessarily think McCarthy's on the hot seat going into this year. Now, after this year, if things don't pan out the way that they should for the Cowboys by at least making the playoffs, we're having a different conversation after this season is over with. But for Prescott, it's been a very interesting off-season for him, I should say. He gets the 4-year, $160 million deal on the cover of Sports Illustrated here recently, one of the stars of Hard Knocks, but also dealing with the shoulder strain that has had the NFL on pins and needles, more importantly, Cowboys fans on pins and needles. But for Prescott, as long as he's healthy by the time we get to the start of the 2021 NFL season, that's all that should matter at this point. All the things, joining the Jordan brand, the new $160 million deal, the Sports Illustrated covers, the endorsements, all of those things pale in comparison to being the starting quarterback and being healthy when he does so. He's got a trio of wide receivers that are looking to have a massive year, a motivated and healthy Ezekiel Elliott behind him, looking to get back to his Pro Bowl and all-pro form. Meanwhile, you have 3 studs on the offensive line in Tyron Smith, Lyo Collins, and Zach Martin, looking to prove that they are not going to be unhealthy going throughout the duration of this season. There's a lot to like on this offense, but none of it, and I mean none of it, matters unless 4 is healthy and ready to go. And the way that the Cowboys are playing it, I'm okay with it. And maybe you should be okay with it too. My concern level for Dak Prescott right now, it's about a 2.5. I'm not really that concerned about it. But by the time we get to week 1 and he struggles in week 1 and beyond, that's when things in business, as they say, could pick up. Let us know what your concern level is for Dak Prescott by commenting there in the comments here on 105 Through the Fan on.
All right, so appreciate Kelvin Gray. You can tell he's the radio guy. No dead air in between his conversational piece on that one. Just straight business, straight information for you. And I hope you guys are able to digest what he is saying. So you guys can continue to put your concern level, I guess, from a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest. What is your concern level? I know 4 will be a good number for most people, right? But Kevin Gray is he's saying he's like 2.5 as it relates to concern level of Dak Prescott. My biggest thing is I'm not worried about Dak Prescott throwing the ball. I'm not worried about that at all. He's been already labeled as a guy that didn't throw it deep anyhow. But I don't think that that's the situation and scenario with Dak Prescott. I believe that he's more accurate, more nimble on his feet and quicker than Danucci's pretty fast, but then Cooper Rush and Garrett Gilbert. So my thing is, my biggest concern is I'm going to do it in 2 categories. From 1 to 10, far as Dak Prescott throwing the ball, believe it or not, I give it a concern of a 1. I give it a concern of an absolute 1. There's no concerns on that one. And I know that people say, well, hey, you haven't seen him throwing it deep. And my other concern, like from 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest, look, Sadiq was saying she got no worries, you know. And David says he got no worries, you know. Y'all got no worries. I wish I was on y'all level, man. but I feel you. But far as getting hit, that is my biggest concern. You know, everybody say they're the biggest and baddest until they get hit. What was that Mike Tyson saying? Everybody have a plan until they get punched in the mouth or something like that. But my biggest concern is when Dak Prescott get hit. by Vita Vea, JPP, or Shaq Barrett, or one of those boys, David, or number 45. You know, one of those guys, when he get hit, if they send a blitz or if it's a late hit, will his mental processing go through all the way? You know, that's my only thing. I have yet to see him get hit. And this is different. If you play football and you get hit, that's a whole different story, you know. And that's the only thing that I'm waiting to see, you know. And I will never forget. Peyton Manning, you know, one of the guys that if you love the game, follow the game closely, Peyton Manning was a different type of player before the neck injury. Then he had the neck injury. He sat out a whole year, what have you. And people were waiting to see what he looked like when he get hit. And Peyton Manning, shout out to you, John. Johnny, appreciate you. Maybe 11-3 is the reverse part of the Dallas devastating year of 9-11. Okay. 11-9. Okay, you talking about the linebackers, Johnny, right? Appreciate you so much for that. But my thing is, y'all remember when Peyton Manning, when he came back from that neck surgery, and then somebody came in proximity, and he would just go, I can't get down as quick as he would, but he'll go down real quick before I said, dude, not even there, and he would do that number because he didn't want to get hit. That's my biggest concern with Dak Prescott. So from a scale of 1 to 10 on his throwing, I give him a 1. From a scale of 1 to 10 on him getting hit, I put that as my biggest concern, like number 5. I put it right in the middle. These boys are not – look, we take it lightly on Dak Prescott because we are Dallas Cowboys fans. But those Buccaneers, they looking to break him in half. They looking at it. They got it circled on the calendar. Oh, and JPP. Oh, I forgot about Sue. That's one of the dirtiest players in life. Don't you know Sue is going to try to sprinkle some of, not mama's cooking, but he's going to try to do something weird to him, you know? Y'all know Sue is ready to do that. Yeah, Brady's not mobile, yeah. But Big T, the only thing with Brady got some help on his side. You know, Brady got that doggone aficionados, you know. He got the aficionados in his corner. You know, it's just crazy. And I'm not trying to say that we're going to lose on week 1 or what have you. But it can be some stuff that's not smelling right as it relates to those aficionados. That's all I'm saying. That mama's cooking. Yeah. That's Sue. That's Sue. And that Vita Vea and Shaq Barrett and that JPP. It's hard to Jay Versick, you're right, I hate to say this, but I really do hate to say this, Cowboy Nation. But we saw the aficionados last preseason game. It was a preseason game. And they hosed us on a preseason game, a meaningless game. They was in preseason form, working on what they going to do to us during the season. No holding call. Oh, we make a big play. Oh, false start. And I'm not being negative, Nancy, or Deborah, Dan, or however you say that stuff. I'm being real right now with you guys. It's hard, man, playing against those officials, man. Gene says $100 say we win. Oh, okay, yeah, I feel you. Players to watch for. You know, I think they did this piece earlier on the Cowboys website, and number 1 player to watch for tomorrow night will be Simi. We need for him to have a great game, and I think that he's already solidified himself as the 6th wide receiver Now, surprise cut would be like a Noah Brown, but Noah Brown is special teams, and you can't get rid of special teams. His special team is something special. So Noah Brown earned his grain of salt that way, as well as Cedric Wilson. He earned his grain of salt via special teams. So tomorrow night, be sure to look for Simi. And 30 yards out today, of course, it was like a non-compete type of situation. He caught a vertical seam route for a touchdown. So, and he looked pretty sharp. I didn't get a chance to capture it on camera. Maybe it's on the Cowboys website. But I was sitting like, yeah. He it's one of those things with him. You got to give him time to develop into that guy who's comfortable with comfort, And I think 81, he will shine. He will give you that glimpse of like, hey, wow, what was that? And I ain't lying to kick it with you guys. He's pretty good, but he's raw a little bit. I think you're about a year and a half out from where you see some sparks from him. And then next season, you'll be like, yeah, that 8-1, dog, yeah. Go buy you a Fahoko jersey. All right, the second player that they say look out for on the Cowboys website, Jabril Cox. Flashes all day. And, of course, he's not getting first-team reps. How many years do we have with Keanu Neal? How many years? And I know Keanu is a better tackler, but Keanu can cover a little bit knowing that he can hit now. I think he's just 1 year, right? He might be that bridge guy to number 48. He might just be that, for real. Yeah. Right tackle, Lyo Collins. If they're going to play him tomorrow, and it could be a situation where you got to take a real good look at him and seeing if he can hold down that fort against, on that right side. And I think Lyo Collins, you can pay attention to him. It's 8 guys that we're taking a look at. Shout out to you, Iceberg Q and Mark and Jay Versa. Y'all saying a 1 year for Keanu Neal. That's spelled bridge player. Unless Keanu Neal plays lights out, next year it could be Jabril Cox spot. Or if LVE does not stand the test of time, and this is his contract year, then they'll politely say, okay, we will re-up Keanu Neal, and we just slide Jabril Cox in that spot in that rotational situation. That's how crazy this thing can go. The fourth player to look out for, and this is all on the Cowboys website, by the way, Cowboy Nation. Really appreciate you guys for jumping in. Will be this guy right here, 75. Last preseason game, started the game almost. Pretty much you can say that. He was in the game in the first quarter. Played all 4 of them. Getting those valuable reps. And the way he wins, he might get hit with that DeMarcus Ware penalty. Y'all remember that? You guys remember DeMarcus Ware type of penalties? Let me explain. DeMarcus Ware used to get flagged for encroachment or offsides, but he wasn't because he know how to time those snaps just that quick. And that's what Osa for the 2021 season. He's going to get a couple of those because they're going to see that this kid jump off the ball so quick. Oh, my goodness. And that guard is trying to get – the guard is just now raising his head. He said, oh, snap. And they reaching, they pulling, they leaning, they trying to grab him. See, Ware did it on the outside. This brother is doing it from the interior. And they got him playing on the outside shoulder on the 3-tech. So he's shooting through the B gap. And it's so quick. It is absolutely amazing to look at him and watching the guards trying to sit there from the inside trying to widen their stance so that they can make sure that they get the right hand placements inside. But he's so low. He plays with that leverage so low. And like that needle nose pliers like I did on his film assessment, when I did the college film breakdown, you see that he gets so low. And where you see 75 shine is not the first quarter, because those guards, they can keep up with him for the first quarter and sometimes in the second. But when it's late in the third or in the fourth quarter, watch what I'm saying. 75 will win. 75 will get there. 75 is awesome, Cowboy Nation. And I'm not trying to pump him up because he played for the Cowboys. No, I'm not trying to do that. I'm just telling you guys what I see with my natural eyes. Guard's going to know his name. Like, dog, man, this dude is getting off the ball so quick. He's shaking my hand almost. So, and he still got to work on some things. He's not unfinished, right? You know, he's not finished product, you know, I meant to say. He's unfinished. He still got some stuff that he got to go through. But pay attention tomorrow night, or tomorrow basically, on number 75. Yeah, pay attention on him. All right, the fifth person that they say please watch is Connor Williams. For those who watched my video before I went live, we talked about Connor McGovern and versus Connor Williams and all of the political mumbo jumbos type of stuff. And the Cowboys been trying to figure out this thing. How can we slide this to put there? Because we see the talent of Connor McGovern. And they want to so bad. They do not want to fall on the sword. And this is me being 1,000 with you guys. I'm not here to lie to kick it. If you guys feel such, hit me up. Text me, 682-214-4087. And say, Law, why you lying, dog? What they wanted Connor Williams to pick up that center role real quick and smoothly so they can save face. And I'm not saying this, like I said, to lie to kick it. And slide Connor McGovern in at that guard spot. That's what they wanted. And give Tyler Biotish an extra year to develop in these sorts of things. Even though Tyler Biotish got a good promising future. But they realized, damn, Connor Williams, he just can't do that center. He couldn't. High snap, low snap. That would lose the game. That would get your quarterback killed. So they said, you know, they experiment. Nah, let's not do that again. They ain't gonna work, Captain. So it's Tyler Biotish now at that center spot. And those reps are valuable. So now he's back at center. He's gonna sit there and stay there, and they're gonna just leave it alone. But they wanted to. You can tell. You can sense it. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so give me 1 second. The sixth person to watch for in this next preseason game, the Governor's Cup. And these guys should play with an edge, a chippiness about themselves. And I know we say don't look at the win-loss column in preseason, but damn it, if you got the Governor's Cup or Governor's Bowl, however you want to call it, then you need to play like it. Even the guys that's on the bottom end, you need to tell everybody, cut day is the very next day. It's Monday. It's going to be official. But I'm telling people, we in Dallas now. If I'm the coach, we are in Dallas now. You can go home in the second quarter, the third quarter. If you mess up and you're not on your assignment, if you're not ready, if you're not on G waiting on O, if you're not hitting what you're supposed to know out of that playbook, what we discussed and what we went through far as a technique or any type of situation that I told you or I taught you months ago, you're going to hit the door. There's seats on this team available for somebody else. That need to be the speech to all of these rookies, to everybody that's on the bubble. I need for you to go make a play. Or I have you playing football in Pelican Bay, right? Shoe program. You finna enter the Law Nation training camp. And when I say it, I mean it. And I'm looking for that one little weakling to F it up. And I'm telling you, hit the showers early. Go home. Nah. Or as the grandma would say, nah. Go home. That need to be permeated throughout all of these guys in the locker room. That type of leadership, that type of, oh, hey, I need to have these guys on the field with the heart beating. Make me a play. Yeah. It need to be there. It need to be there. Let me hit again. It need to be there. That beat, that heartbeat, need to be beating faster than that, by the way. I had to go on that little tyrant. That little rant, that mini rant. Let me get back into this thing, Cowboy Nation. The sixth person that you need to pay close attention to is Kelvin Joseph. Yeah. He got to be a guy that you have to pay close attention to, and he got to be hungry. Shout out to you, SOC. Appreciate you for the Cash App. Thank you so much for your love and adulations for the nation. We need to pay close attention to number 24. Need to see if he come down and hit, see if he can make a play on the ball, and on top of that, I'm rooting for him. Of course, you need to get him one. No. Did we have an interception so far in the preseason? Outside of did we have an interception yet? Did any of our DBs got their hands on the ball yet? Y'all help me out. Did anybody get their hands on the ball? So tomorrow, 24, that's my number. Need to make a play. Need to get your hand on the ball, get your head around. And I know you was beat by a little short inches last game. It was a push off, if it wasn't, whatever it may be. You need to make a play. We need to see something out of the second round draft pick tomorrow. We need to win. We do. We need to see him winning on some plays. And if they don't throw the ball his way, then that's cool. Just fumbles, I think this is from Ethan. So, yeah, no fumble. We need to still get fumbles, keep that trend going. But I want to see some hands on the ball. Pick it off. So tomorrow, either number 40, 31, or 24, get your hand on the ball. I think Jabril Cox had one his last game. He just did. He dipped. He thought he was still in practice. You know, he didn't want to hurt the quarterback numbers or hurt the receiver, so he dipped his head. But all he had to do is turn. And if you turn your head around to the ball, Coach would tell you, Coach Marv, I know you're still in the chat somewhere, where your head go, your body will go. Turn your head around to the ball, DBs. When you can see that wide receiver looking up, turn your head. Where your head go, your body go. Turn your head around to the ball and get that one back to the offense. That should be the name of the game. Getting the ball back to your offense, right? So we'll be looking for number 24. 25 came close. Yeah, he came close in practice today as well. Stephen Parker. Oh, my goodness. What he's doing. What is Terrence Steele is doing? Yeah, we got to pay attention to him. Oh, my goodness. If you smell what the Terrence Steele is cooking. He giving them the people's. Oh, no, my goodness. Y'all see that? Blow it up, man. If y'all can blow that up. Oh, my goodness. Hey, look at that. Yeah. If you smell what Terrence Steele is cooking. I ain't talking about Steele Reserve. You know, I didn't know. Yeah. Y'all see that now? I blew it up for you guys. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, he better show up tomorrow then. Better not give up no sacks, right? Redirect. I want you to just bulldoze over somebody, maul them. I want to look at some maul action when they're running the ball, especially if they're 3-4. He better not drop the ball this game. No fumble. No fumble liars. You know, Braden Knox, it could be his last game. The kid from Tiffin, the baby barbarian. What's his name? Is it Jaquan Hardy? Y'all better run good behind this guy. Oh, my goodness. Somebody said, play it. I got you.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah. He do kind of look like a mixture of The Rock a little bit on that the eyebrow there, and as well as what's Ice Cube's son name? The Son. He look like the Son, not Ice Cube though. A little mixture of Ice Cube's son and The Rock, you know. Don't he look like Ice Cube's son? What's Ice Cube's son name? Yeah, just a little bit. If you zoom in just a little bit more, yeah, kind of look like that guy a little bit, just a little bit. Yeah, we looking like, man, I better show up. And it's funny because they got him at 7, and then it's the 8 orders of guys, and it's 7, 8, and his number 78. Was it German Nitrix or something like that? The numbering, somebody can put numbers into a computer system, and they'll tell you, hey, you're going to win this or you're going to lose that. You're going to be a millionaire by this time frame, or this team is going to win, this team is going to lose. Yeah. You look like Ice Cube, son. Somebody made the donation to help elevate this thing. C. Brown, what's good? I'm a Steelers fan. I enjoy your content, music, humor, and positive vibes. You have one of the best sports shows on YouTube. Keep up the awesome work, and you better keep the Nucci. Oh, my goodness, man. Oh, my goodness. Appreciate you, man, so much. O'Shea Jackson Jr. Yeah. O'Shea. That's how you say the man's name. O'Shea. O'Shea. Hey, man, what you doing, man? You better block for the quarterback. Rock Cube. That's from D Shift. Yeah. Now, that's a cool name. Rock Cube. You know? He better show up, man. He better show up and show out. Yeah. Here we go.
Great show, can't stay, got to get back to work.
She woke up. I just woke up to AI, so she's going to do a lot of talking in a few. Yeah. All right, so let's see who is the 8th person. Do you guys know who we need to look at, the 8th person? Appreciate you. Tasha, thank you so much. Let's see who's the 8th person. Hooker. I will be definitely looking at Hooker. I've seen him start off from the 3rd team rep to the 2nd team rep, and he got some mixtures in workout. Let's go, AI.
What's up, Law? You did that homework, lol. Great show.
It's Coach Marv, man. Appreciate you so much. Salute to you, my brother from another mother. Now he's on the 1st team doing some little mixtures there. I may be 1,000% wrong, but I thought that, earlier this year, off season, that you would see him around week 4, week 5, and that's not happening. The brother looks like he's going to be ready before that time frame, and we'll find out for sure tomorrow. I got this to tell you guys. If Hooker, number 40, or number 20.
Maybe 11/9 is the reverse part of Dallas' devastating years 9/11.
Appreciate you, Johnny. Thank you so much for that donation there, too, by the way. And if number 24 get an interception, or number 11, those 4, they get an interception. Oh, let me add in one more person. If Kennedy get an interception, those 5 right there, I'm going to go crazy. Y'all be like, man, Law, you crazy, man. Let's see.
I'm a Steelers fan and I enjoy your content, music, humor, and positive vibe. You have one of the best sports show on YouTube. Keep up the awesome work, and y'all better keep the cheese smile.
The Nucci, appreciate you so much for that again, C. Brown. Steelers fan, though. We coming, though. Steelers fans, we coming. Y'all been having that sixth Super Bowl that won more than us for far too long. Far too long. We're going to tie it up this year. Then next year we're going to pass you guys. And lo and behold, I wish this year you guys make it all the way to the Super Bowl. How about that? And we give y'all another spanking. Yeah. Who all in the chat box would like to see the Dallas Cowboys versus the Steelers in the Super Bowl? Let me know. Let me know. It would be a good, too. I think Mike McCarthy is 1-0 against you guys in the Super Bowl. So let make it 2-0 because he did beat you guys last time, but he's had to do it with the Green Bay Packers, and I can't stand the Green Bay Packers, by the way. But if it was out of a choice between Green Bay and the Steelers, I just wish that they forever you get a tie. I can't even pick one or the other. I ain't going to even say it on his airways. No way, my goodness. No goodness. Yeah. Nick, what you said, Nick? What you said, man? What you said over here? Pats versus the Bucks would be insane. Yeah, that would be insane, though. I just thought about what you said, Nick. You know, Pats versus the Bucks. That would be insane. You know what? I would take the Patriots versus the Dallas Cowboys because when they went on that run with Tom Brady, they were saying, "Oh, we are the America's team." I would take that too. All the way to the bank. Yeah. Oh, that would be a good one too, Mark. Oh, Mark, that would be a good one. Not Bills versus Tom, but the Buffalo Bills versus the Dallas Cowboys. I would love to see that one. Yeah. Yeah, I would love to see that one. Oh, Brown says my brother is a diehard Cowboy fan. Yeah, follow your brother, Brown. Follow your brother, Yeah, Cowboy Nation, yeah, that would work. Shout out to you, Lady Jessica. Thank you so much for jumping in. All right. So later on tonight, it might be a real late one, but I got some footages and some film that I got to compile together. I got an unbelievable debate with I'm just holding the cameraman Law. I got unbelievable debate session between Boss Cowboy and my guy Skywalker, and we got an anonymous guy that's sitting in the wing, and I'm gonna premiere that one a little later on today as well. So that is something that you guys may have to stick around for the channel. It'll be out shortly. Shout out to Boss Cowboy Sports as well as Scott Walker, A to Z Dallas. So it's going to be a wonderful treat. It was all reality style type of debate inside of a restaurant. I forgot the name of the restaurant. It's right off from the Star. But it's going to be a great show. So you guys stay tuned for that. And it's going to be premiering shortly once everything is done from this live stream. Jay Versick, appreciate you so much, man. He says, let's be real. Chief versus the Boys in Super Bowl.
Let's be real. Chiefs versus Boys in Super Bowl.
Yeah, the AI needed to know how to say Super Bowl. But yeah. But, oh, no, she said how you spelled it. Okay, shout out to you, Jay Versick. Yeah. Oh, that would be a good one, too, still. The Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys. Don't they have some type of other legacy? You guys can educate me on that, too, right? Like the Chiefs originally started in Dallas or something like that. Was that the situation with them? Did they start it in Dallas and then they said, oh, okay, let's move somewhere? Y'all let me know. That would be a good one. That would be a real good one. Oh. Cowboys versus anybody. You're right. That would be a dope one all together. Cowboys versus the Chiefs Super Bowl, yeah. 125 of y'all need to hit that like button. This is from Miss Jessica. Yeah, y'all hit that like, man. It's 3 orders of laws. If you follow these laws, man, it'll go a long way with your life and everything. There's one order is to like the page. That's one order of law. Second order of law share this content in the third order would be subscribe. 3 orders, man. You know, obey those laws, man, and they'll go. I heard that you get 15 to 20 years of good luck, man, and blessings and beyond. Yeah. Tech Shram, D-Shift. That's what it was? It was Tech Shram? Yeah. Well, it would never be the Dallas and the Eagles in the Super Bowl. Yeah. Cowboys beating the Bills in 2 Super Bowls. Yeah, Bills have the nerve to talk some noise one year, and I said, boy, I love losing Super Bowls or what the Bills are, you know. They get there, you know, but they can't do nothing else with it. They can get to the Super Bowl. And it was the argument, and I know some of you guys probably never heard of it, but it was the argument that Thurman Thomas was better than Emmitt Smith, and at the time, was it Andre Reed? He was better than Michael Irvin, and at the time, Jim Kelly, he's supposed to have been better than Troy. They had their triplets. And they had Bruce on the side. You know, what's his name? What's Bruce's last name? I'm going all the way back to you guys. They had Bruce. What's Bruce's name? Bruce was bad boy, and they had Don Beebe. Y'all remember that Bills team? They was loaded. Boy. Bruce Smith, appreciate you, Derek Savage. Yeah, they was loaded. They had another cat. I forgot the linebacker. He was pretty good as well. They had some dogs over there on the Bills. Yeah. They had Don Beebe, Andre Reed. You know, they had all of those boys over there. Yeah. Frank Wright. Yeah. Yeah, the Bills. Boy, I love losing Super Bowls. They have the nerve to start talking when they got on their little run this year or last year. Appreciate everybody for tuning in and being part of this episode. I really love you guys. I really do. Let's continue to grind and shine. Thank those who was out there at the Star. Yeah, Don Beebe was quick. Yeah, Thurman Thomas was pretty good, but he wasn't no Emmitt. That's why he left his helmet on the field. He couldn't find his helmet. Messed up the psychiness of his mind. And the war and the battle is fought in the mind. You get this straight, everything else will be straight. So I want tomorrow the Cowboys Nation to have the right set of mind, to have the right thoughts that's permeating throughout everybody, that we are unstoppable. We are undefeated from the mindset. And baby, we can grind to those things that we talked about, of lifting up that Lombardi trophy, having it in your hand. Like Coach said on one of those, I think it was Hard Knocks, he said that trophy is heavier than what it looks like or appears. And he want to lift that Lombardi trophy again. But I come here to tell you guys, I want him to lift that Lombardi trophy so many times that hell, he have a latissimus or a shoulder strain, right? But the only way he can get there if we do what we need to do now. Or grandma would say, nah. We need to do that. Ain't this right, Prescott? I see you over there, Pete. Ain't this right, Kelvin? Ain't this right, Jessica? So y'all continue to hit that like button. Y'all follow those 3 orders of the law. Like, share, subscribe. Tell Ashaniqua, Pookie, and Ray Ray and all of them where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Shout out to you, Mark. Let's go. Let me see that fire emojis. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap for it, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all terror of God or man for it, if you will simply Oh, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity. Strength and scarcity with faith, hope, and confidence and stern pertinacity. If neither cold, poverty, or famish, or fame, or sickness, or body, or brain can turn you away from the things you want. If dogged and grim and besieged and besetted with the help of almighty Cowboy Nation, guess what? You'll get it. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Finish him.
Go. Let's go, baby.
This is Sparta! Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
I want me some glory hole.
Yeah.
You get nothing!
Go.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? This is Sparta! This is Sparta!
Yeah. Let's go, Nation. Let's go. Shout out time. Y'all hang back. I'll be in the comment section reading your comments, but put down where you guys are from. Yeah, put down where you all are from. Let's go. 6 rings. Buck, let's go. I know you crunk. I know somebody ready to run through a brick wall because I know I'm ready to run through something. Play it, DJ.
Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's.
Let's go, Tom C.
And I tell him it's ice. I got
Let's
one
go.
on bling and she freeze. Photo, please, no photos. G's, no, please, no photos. Hit the door and the doorman just whole team here might need some. Still young,
I'm gonna show
but
y'all
I'm
my
like
victory
a
jacket.
deal to my lawyer.
I gotta pull out my victory jacket.
I'm just
I'll be right
warming
back.
up a way till I old producers saw the numbers one. Different colors in my baggy light. Chalk it up, talk of the town where you're talking up. Wanna get you a ring and you tough enough. Wanna get you new things with your pockets dull. Run it up. I used to be quiet and out of luck. Now I move up and move humble cause the hate and the jealousy. My mama telling me count up your blessings and run it up. Nowadays nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on bling and she freeze. Photo, please, no photos. G's, no, please, no photos. I keep giving game away. I put game on layaway. I got paid to play today. I get paid to stay away. I get paid on rainy days. I might make it rain today. I got paid
I'm ready to pull this thing out.
Y'all to take the pain away. In my own lane, finger roll. I would never sell my only soul. Heard your whole team was for sale. Heard it's on the market for the low. Who the realest, we might never know. All this acting, you gon' play a role. Give you the world when they sign you up. Try you out and then they line you up. Ooh, now you're looking hungry, ribs are touching, need some food.
I'm ready to pull this thing out, baby. Last year, I didn't get a chance to put out my victory jacket. But I'm ready. When we win, I'm going to jump in that whip, drive all the way to the star. I don't care if it's 1,000 degrees outside. We're going to put on our victory jacket, baby. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Y'all see it? Come here.
I got wifey on bling and she freeze. Photo, please, no photos. G's, no, please, no photos.
Come on. We gonna hit it down, baby. We gonna get this thing going the best way possible. Let me hear it. What you tell them?
I ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, had me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins.
Lake Charles,
I do it for real, it's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll,
let's go. I taught the place. Y'all saw the
just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter
I tell you what, If you have not subscribed to this channel so far, and you still here,
on me, it's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck. Heart, I might cop a farm and go act up.
If you have not subscribed to this nation, and you still here right now,
all that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault.
If you don't like the nation,
on the workload, I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, give
come on. If you don't like the nation, baby, and if you don't like the Cowboys,
you must be out your goddamn mind.
Come on.
Add it up. I'm just doing me. Everything is on me. You matter what. Add it up. Bankroll.
Loyalty, baby. That's what we hear, baby. That's why we here, baby. Come on. Vermont, Texas in the house.
Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what. Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me?
It's a party, baby.
It's not adding up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what. Told you I'ma do me.
My dog's there, baby.
On me, it's not adding up.
Yeah. Really love y'all. Let's continue to represent. Shout out to Todd, representing Canada. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. We out here. Let the world spin. Derek Savage, appreciate you. Let's roll.
Take a drag of my cigarette. Breathe me out, breathe you in.
Come on. Yeah.
Take a bite of my burger, babe. Save the last bite.
Let the world spin. Come on.
For you.
And what we tell them?
Don't let the street lights hit you.
One of the greatest running backs of all time. If you continue to look, you will find him. There you go. Hey.
Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be your play a tune?
Play the tune.
I'll follow.
It's all right, Roderick. Press that rewind button.
Whatever you do, play a tune.
We root for Ralston. Oh yeah, we are. Ezekiel Elliott had a big run today. Oh my goodness. Ezekiel Elliott is really fast now.
And another one. Fighting you was a one love. 7 wonders all in one. All in one.
Y'all know I'm rolling, right?
Don't let the street lights
Rocking it just like this. Hey. Shout out to the 88 Cutlass. Tell him.
If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far.
96 Central.
So far.
There, you brought it all the way back.
Crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly. Fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best.
You have to be your biggest fan. And
watch how they say Law Nation.
Really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working. But there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're going to be, who you're going to be, who you're going to be.
I'm looking for this one music for Iceberg Q, and I'm gone for real, for real. I believe you're talking about this one, man. Let me know if I'm right. Let me know if that's the one you're talking about. Let's go. DC for life. Salute. Let's go, nation. One way or another. Think about this as you sit back in your seat. You chilling. You was relaxing to the nation. You was on that good vibes. Then you grab you a glass of wine. You sit back and look at the sky. And you sit back and say to yourself, damn, it's good being a Cowboys fan. We got unbelievable content out here. Yeah. Let's go. Tell him.
Finish him. Fatality.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?